Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina reaches New Delhi to attend sworn-in ceremony of Narendra Modi as Prime Minister red carpet rolled out in airport. All should discharge duties to build developed and prosperous smart Bangladesh by 2041, says President Mohammad Shahabuddin. Proposed budget aimed to achieve targets to eliminate ongoing economic uncertainty and crises and control inflation, says Obaidul Qadir. United Nations enlists Israel's military as offenders for committing violence against children. And Bangladesh cricket team enjoyed a good starting through beating Sri Lanka by 2 wickets in T20 World Cup in Dallas. Assalamu alaikum. This is Tulika Mulika Das welcoming you all to News at 10. You have just heard the highlights. Moving on to the details.
টাকা নাই, পয়সা নাই, চাল নাই, ডাল নাই, রাস্তা নাই, রেলওয়ে ভেঙে দিয়ে গেছে, ফেরাউনের দল সব শেষ করে দিয়ে গেছে। কিন্তু আছে আমার মানুষের একতা, আছে তাদের ঈমান, আছে তাদের শক্তি। এই মনুষ্য শক্তি নিয়েই এই বাংলাকে নতুন করে গড়ে তুলতে চাই।
Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina reached New Delhi to attend the swearing-in ceremony of Narendra Modi as the Prime Minister for a third consecutive term. She is visiting Indian capital to join the oath-taking ceremony at her Indian counterpart's invitation. A special flight of Biman Bangladesh Airlines carrying the Prime Minister and her entourage members landed at the Palam Air Force Station at 11:50 am local time. The Prime Minister was received by Secretary of the Indian External Affairs Ministry, Muktesh Pardeshi, Indian High Commissioner to Bangladesh, Pranay Verma, and Bangladesh High Commissioner to India, Mohammad Mustafizur Rahman, at the Palam Airport. During her stay in New Delhi, Sheikh Hasina will hold a tete-a-tete with Narendra Modi after joining the oath-taking ceremony at Rashtrapati Bhavan at 7:20 p.m. on Sunday. Later, she will attend the state dinner hosted by the Indian President. The Bangladesh Premier will also attend various programs in New Delhi tomorrow. President Mohammad Shahabuddin urged all, including line members, to discharge their duties to build developed and prosperous smart Bangladesh by 2041. The President made the call while inaugurating the 37th annual convention of the Lions Club International Multiple District 315 Bangladesh at a hotel in the capital this morning. The President lauded the role of the Lions Club for welfare of the people and solving many social problems. Highlighting socio-economic development of the country, President Mohammad Shahabuddin said, the government is working relentlessly to build developed and prosperous smart Bangladesh by 2041. The President urged Lions Club members to extend all-out cooperation in development activities of the government to establish Bangabandhu's Shonar Bangla by building a progressive, non-communal and smart Bangladesh in the light of the spirit of the liberation.
ইতিমধ্যে লায়নরা বিশ্বব্যাপী আত্মমানবতার সেবায় অনন্য দৃষ্টান্ত স্থাপন করেছে, কিন্তু আজকাল মানব সেবার নামে কিছু ভুইফোড় প্রতিষ্ঠান মানুষের সাথে প্রতারণা করে, মানব সেবাকে অর্থ কামানোর হাতিয়ার হিসেবে ব্যবহার করে থাকে। বাংলাদেশ একটি উন্নয়নশীল দেশ। মাননীয় প্রধানমন্ত্রী শেখ হাসিনার নেতৃত্বে ডিজিটাল বাংলাদেশ গড়ার ধারাবাহিকতার সরকার 2041 সালের মধ্যে একটি উন্নত, সমৃদ্ধ, স্মার্ট বাংলাদেশ গড়ার লক্ষ্যে কাজ করে যাচ্ছে। সবাই নিজ নিজ অবস্থানে থেকে অর্পিত দায়িত্ব যথাযথ পালনের মাধ্যমে এই দেশকে কাঙ্ক্ষিত উন্নয়নের পর্যায়ে নিয়ে যেতে পারে। দেশের আর্থসামাজিক উন্নয়ন, বিশেষ করে শিক্ষা, স্বাস্থ্য, পরিবেশ, জলবায়ু, স্যানিটেশন, প্রজনন, স্বাস্থ্য ইত্যাদি ক্ষেত্রে আপনাদের কাজ করার পর্যাপ্ত সুযোগ ও সামর্থ্য দুটোই আছে। সমাজের সচ্ছল নেতৃস্থানীয় ব্যক্তি হিসাবে আপনারা এসব জনকল্যাণমূলক কাজে সম্পৃক্ত হলে আত্মমানবতার সেবার পাশাপাশি দেশের সার্বিক উন্নয়ন ও অগ্রযাত্রা ত্বরান্বিত হবে। আমি সকল লায়ন সদস্যদেরকে সামনে আরো দক্ষতার সাথে তাদের উপর অর্পিত দায়িত্ব যথাযথভাবে পালন করে জাতীয় জীবনে গুরুত্বপূর্ণ অবদান রাখার আহ্বান জানাচ্ছি।
The function was also addressed by Awami League Advisory Council member Lion Qazi Akramuddin Ahmed, past International Director Lion Sheikh Kabir Hussain, Lion Muslim Ali Khan, Lion AKM Rezaul Haq, Council Chairperson Engineer Lion Muhammad Abdul Wahab, and Convention Chairman Lion Shamsun Nahar Haq. At the function, President Muhammad Shahabuddin handed over awards to 14 distinguished individuals of Lions International. Speaker Dr. Shirin Sharmin Chaudhry has said the Constitution is the supreme law for running the state. The Constitution of Bangladesh is a document soaked in the blood of millions of martyrs. Constitutionally, democracy is the ideal system of governance for running the state. She said parliamentary system is the highest symbol of democracy. The speaker said this while addressing international conference on judiciary across the borders organized by the Supreme Court of Bangladesh at the Supreme Court auditorium today. Chief Justice Ubaidul Hussain presided over the function, while Justice Muhammad Enayatur Rahim of the Appellate Division, retired Chief Justice of Nepal Bishambar PD Shrestha, Bhutan High Court Justice Lobjang Rinjin Yarj, and Attorney General Abu Muhammad Aminuddin also spoke on the occasion. Awami League General Secretary Ubaidul Qadir has said the proposed budget for 24-25 fiscal year is moderate, realistic, pro-people and a courageous one. He said this at a post-budget press conference at the central office of the Awami League at Bangabandhu Avenue in the capital today. Ubaidul Qadir said the main goal of the proposed budget is to dispel economic uncertainties and crises as well as taming the high inflation.
একটা চ্যালেঞ্জ আছে, সেটা হলো বাস্তবায়ন, এবং বাস্তবায়নের চ্যালেঞ্জ অতিক্রম করার জন্য সরকার এরই মধ্যে কাজ শুরু করেছে। আমরা অনেক চ্যালেঞ্জ অতিক্রম করেছি, ইনশাল্লাহ এবারও এই চ্যালেঞ্জ আমরা অতিক্রম করতে পারবো। দ্রব্যমূল্য নিয়ন্ত্রণে আনা, ডলার সংকট নিয়ন্ত্রণে আনা, মূল্যস্ফীতি নিয়ন্ত্রণে আনা, এবং আজকে কর্মসংস্থান বৃদ্ধি করা, পারিবারিক কার্ডের মাধ্যমে এখন দেশে যে সংকট, এই সংকটের মোকাবিলা করা স্কিম রয়েছে।
He went on saying that the finance minister of the Awami League government have no records of rushing with the bags of alms despite placing huge size of budgets.
বিএনপি আজকে বড় বড় কথা বলে, অর্থ পাচারের কথা বলে, কালো টাকার কথা বলে, দেশকে গিলিয়ে খাওয়া কথা বলে। এখন তাদের বাজেট সর্বশেষ ছিল 68,000 কোটি টাকা। তারপরও বাজেটের আগে সাইফুর রহমানকে বিশ্বের অর্থনীতির বিভিন্ন ফোরামে, প্যারিসের কনসোর্টিয়াম বৈঠকে দৌড়াতে হয়েছিল ভিক্ষা ঝুলি নিয়ে। আমাদের সময়ে ভিক্ষার ঝুলি নিয়ে বাজেট পূর্ববর্তী সময় আমাদের কোনো অর্থমন্ত্রী বিদেশে গিয়ে ভিক্ষা চায়। সিপিডি কি বলল, টিআইবি কি বলল, সুজন কি বলল এসব নিয়ে আমাদের কোনো মাথা ব্যথা নেই। ওরা সবাই বিএনপির সুরে সুর মিলিয়ে কথা বলে, কথার সাথে যাদের বাস্তবে কর্মকাণ্ডের কোনো মিল নেই।
Awami League Presidium members Kamrul Islam and Dr. Mustafa Jalal Mohiuddin joined General Secretary Mahbubul Alam Hanif, organizing Secretaries BM Mozammil Haq and Shujit Roy Nandi among the central leaders of the party were present at the press conference. Land Minister Narayan Chandra Chanda said from now onward, the period of land development tax collection will be from July 1st to June 30th every year in the sync with the financial year. He said this while inaugurating the Land Service Week 2024 at BM Foundation Auditorium in the Dhaka today. Land Secretary Muhammad Khalilur Rahman presided over the program. Chairman of Land Appeal Board AKM Shamimul Haq Siddiq, Chairman of Land Reform Board Muhammad Abdus Sabur Mondal, Director General of Land Record and Survey Department Anis Mahmood, Dhaka Divisional Commissioner Muhammad Sabirul Islam and Deputy Commissioner of Dhaka Anisur Rahman were present. Narayan Chandra Chanda said current change in the tax collection period will make the land development tax collection process more balanced, transparent and effective. Moving on to the international news. The UN has added the Israeli military to a list of offenders failing to protect children last year, Israel's ambassador to the UN says. Gilad Erdan, who said he had been notified of the decision on Friday, described the decision as shameful. Foreign Minister Israel Katz said it would have consequences for Israel's relations with the UN. A spokesman for the Palestinian president, the decision was a step closer to holding Israel accountable for what he called its crimes. Thousands of children have been killed in Israel's campaign against Hamas in Gaza, and thousands more are in desperate need of humanitarian assistance. The annual list by the Secretary General covers the killing of children in conflict and denial of access to aid and targeting of schools and hospitals. It will be included in a report to be presented to the UN Security Council next week. United States President Joe Biden has apologized to his Ukrainian counterpart Vladimir Zelensky for previous delays in Washington's aid to Kyiv, stressing that the US is not going to walk away from supporting Ukraine. The two leaders met on Friday in Paris on the sidelines of D-Day anniversary celebrations, where the US president announced a $225 million aid package to help rebuild Ukraine's electric grid. Biden emphasized that the US will continue to stand with Ukraine against the Russian invasion. We are still in completely thoroughly, he said. Washington has provided tens of billions of dollars to Kyiv to help fend off the Russian offensive that began in February 2022, but earlier this year, funds available for the Biden administration to help Ukraine began to dwindle during an impasse in Congress to authorize new aid. Denmark PM Mette Frederiksen has been left shocked after being attacked in the street in Copenhagen, her office says. The attack comes less than a month after Slovak PM Robert Fico was shot several times as he greeted supporters. The assault took place on a square in the center of the city, where a man walked up to her and hit her. The attacker has been arrested and local police are investigating the incident. European Commission Chief Ursula von der Leyen called it a despicable act which goes against everything we believe in and fight for in Europe. The attack comes 2 days before Denmark votes in the EU election. He survived and has since undergone surgery. Ms. Frederiksen 46 years old, became Prime Minister in 2019 after taking over as leader of the centre-left Social Democrats 4 years earlier. This made her the youngest Prime Minister in Danish history. Apollo 8 astronaut Bill Anders, who snapped one of the most famous photographs taken in outer space, has died at the age of 90. Officials say a small plane he was flying crashed into the water north of Seattle, Washington. Anders' son Greg confirmed that his father was flying the small plane and that his body was recovered on Friday afternoon. Anders, who was a lunar module pilot on the Apollo 8 mission, took the iconic Earthrise photograph, one of the most memorable and inspirational images of Earth from space. Taken on Christmas Eve during the 1968 mission, the first crewed space flight to leave Earth and reach the Moon, the picture shows the planet rising above the horizon from the barren lunar surface. The image is widely credited with motivating the global environmental movement and leading to the creation of Earth Day, an annual event to promote activism and awareness of caring for the planet. Now, news on weather. Met Office in its weather forecast till 6 p.m. tomorrow said light to moderate rain or thunder showers accompanied by temporary gusty wind is likely to occur at many places over Mymensingh and Sylhet divisions, at a few places over Rangpur, Dhaka and Chattogram divisions, at 1 or 2 places over Rajshahi, Khulna and Borishal divisions. Besides, moderately heavy to heavy falls likely to occur at places over the country. Night and day temperature may rise slightly over the country, said the Met Office. Now, news on sports. Bangladesh started their ICC T20 World Cup campaign with a 2-wicket victory over Sri Lanka in Dallas today. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina has congratulated Bangladesh cricket team for their victory over Sri Lanka in their first match of the World Cup. Bangladesh won the toss and invited Sri Lanka to bat first at the Grand Prairie Stadium. The Lankans' innings topped at 124 runs for 9 wickets in the stipulated 20 overs. Mustafizur took 3 wickets for 17 runs, while Rishad also took 3 wickets for 22 runs and Thaskin took 2 wickets for 25 runs. In reply, Bangladesh reached their victory target of 125 runs with 6 balls remaining for losing 8 wickets. Mahmudullah Riyad played an important role in the team's victory in the end. He remained unbeaten on 16 runs. Tawhid Hridoy played a remarkable innings of 40 runs in 20 balls, while Liton Das played an effective innings of 36 runs of 38 balls. Rishad Hossain was adjudged man of the match. To end the bulletin, headlines once again. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina reaches New Delhi to attend sworn-in ceremony of Narendra Modi as Prime Minister. Red carpet rolled out in airport. All should discharge duties to build developed and prosperous smart Bangladesh by 2041, says President Mohammad Shahabuddin. Proposed budget aimed to achieve targets to eliminate ongoing economic uncertainty and crises and to control inflation, says Obaidul Qadir. United Nations enlists Israel's military as offenders for committing violence against children. And Bangladesh cricket team enjoyed a good starting through beating Sri Lanka by 2 wickets in T20 World Cup in Dallas. And that's all from the newsroom for the moment. Thank you for staying with us. We invite you to watch our next Bangla News Bulletin at 11:30.